Hello, good afternoon. It's becoming very difficult to say no to pakoras and samosas in this very pleasant, rainy, and drizzling daily weather. In daily life, I do meet people from whom I learn lessons on assertiveness. I learn from them that it is possible to say no without offense, with a smile. Like the traffic policeman I faced because he wanted to charge me with a stipulated fine for overspeeding. Perhaps I was, but I thought I was well within the limit of 50 kilometers per hour. I kept entreating with him that I am driving slow, I never drive fast. The car itself was in third gear, so how could I be driving more? All kinds of false arguments and logics. But the policeman kept smiling at me. He was not angry. The image that most people have, just contrary to that. हाँ, आप तो स्लो ही चलाएंगे, आप तो senior आदमी हैं. He was agreeing with all my statements. पर फाइन तो देना होगा. कैमरा दिखा रहा है. कैमरा झूठ नहीं बोलता. Speed gun झूठ नहीं बोलती. And then he gave the receipt and I had to pay the fine. There was no ill will. He kept looking at me with a very smiling face and thanked me. So he asserted, said no, stuck to it, did his duty, at the same time, no offense to me. Full courtesy. Similarly, there was an instance with an air hostess. I was traveling in Indigo Airlines. And there was a person sitting next to me. He was fiddling in his mobile, as everyone does. And then suddenly the air hostess came to him and said, "Stop. You can't take videos inside the aircraft." He said, "I'm not taking any pictures. I'm not taking any video." So she said, "Okay." But he continued playing with his mobile and she came back again and said, "You have not stopped. You are taking videos of me and other air hostesses. So please delete all videos and all pictures in front of me." And then she said to me that I have noticed it and he is telling a lie, so he has to do it. And that person did. And she took the mobile and ensured that all videos and pictures were deleted. She asserted. She said no to taking pictures. She said no to taking videos. Though that person was a guest, he was a customer. He could have complained, maybe a false complaint. He could have told the media, who are always looking for such news. But it speaks of the culture of that airlines, the empowerment to the air hostess, that she could assert and say no. There was another instance of the same airlines, a different air hostess. There was a young person, fully fit, a person who would be going to gym on a regular basis. And he was not able to put his bag on the cabin and kept looking at the air hostess for help. The air hostess said, "No, you have to do it yourself. I know you can do it." He pretended to be struggling, but the air hostess did not help. Though she helped me, but she did not help that person because she knew it was intentional. So another case of insisting on saying no. Though we say customer is the king, but sometimes customers make nuisance. So you have to say no to customers. In restaurants also, they keep on troubling you everywhere. You have very illogical, argumentative, and hard customers. So why should you say yes to them? There's no need to make yourself in a difficult situation to look at some excuses, some cover up for saying no. Develop that skill of assertiveness. Don't look for cover ups. Because if you give one excuse, if you tell one wrong story, then it will lead to telling another wrong story, another falsehood. And finally, you will get caught. And there'll be too much stress on you. A friend of mine wanted to go for a movie. It booked a ticket. And then there was a call from his neighbor. He said, lunch khate hain. Now he could have simply said no, but he did not want to offend the neighbor. Then he said, no, I can't come for lunch. I have to go to a dentist. A false line. And the neighbor, as you know, in India, we don't stop at one question. So he said, okay, which dentist it is? He said, there is one XYZ in Karol Bagh. The neighbor said, oh, he's my dentist also. And I also have an appointment with him, maybe slightly later, but I'll telephone and reschedule it at your time. And then we can go together and talk, and we have so many things to discuss. So one lie led to another, and my friend was caught. And he was red-faced because he was not going to a dentist. And I don't know what further stories he had to tell to escape from that situation. So why do all that? Why not be very clear and assert whenever we feel it's the right thing to do, assert ourselves. Say no to false demands. Say no to manipulative or aggressive behavior. Say no to fake charity. Say no to unreasonable demands of your team members. No point making promises that you can't keep. better to say no and let them know the real situation. If the environment, the business environment is not good, if profits are not being made, salaries have to be cut. So say that. Why shy away from it? And why bad things with pleasantries when finally you're going to say an unpleasant thing? So hit it straight away. Next time, I will talk on when we should say yes. There are many occasions when we have to say yes. It's not that we have to say no all the time. But most people, Steve Jobs and many other people, will hear from them their quotes. They say that to 100 things we say no. That is why we are able to say yes to one great idea. So when we say yes, we'll share examples in our next talk. Thank you, and look forward to talking with you again tomorrow. Bye.